A very warm welcome in the class of Jacobian. This topic comes under the discussion of function of several variables. Myself Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, KIS College of Engineering. For the discussion of Jacobian, that means is a very important part of this branch of mathematics, where you will see that how the Jacobian matrix and the related determinant is constructed. What are the applications of Jacobians in the engineering field? What is the technique to calculate Jacobian? And obviously, in which cases the question of Jacobian appears. But before that, we do have some prerequisites for the discussion of this topic. And as this Jacobian is coming under the discussion of function of several variables, this will be our most important prerequisite for this particular topic. And along with that, we will see when we are going to construct the Jacobian that it completely depends on the partial derivatives. Obviously, the partial differentiation depends on the variables, and it will vary from the number of variables present in that several variable functions and etc. But the calculation technique will be very important for getting the value of the Jacobian. And we also must have some concept of determinant, because after certain calculation provided by the rule, finally we are going to find out the value of the determinant, what is there under our syllabus, and that is why we need the concept of determinant as well as some basic properties of determinants are also required. So now we are going to start the discussion on the definition of Jacobian. This is the general definition, and that is why it is given in this form, that we are taking on function from Rn to Rm, and this is actually first order partial derivative. All the first order partial derivative exists on Rn. Okay, the function takes a point of x from Rn as input and produces the vector fx, because f is the function for this one, which is going as an output in Rm, because the function is from Rn to Rn. The input vector is from Rn and the output vector is in Rm. Then the Jacobian matrix of A is defined to be an M cross N matrix. That means it is nothing but the way of transforming, or it is nothing but this important tool for transforming one particular input from Rn to Rm. So this is nothing but the application of this transformation, and it is defined by this particular structure. So we have to see the structure very cautiously. If you just see this bold F, that means del F del x1 dot 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 del F del xn. This F actually consists F1 to Fm, because F is a subset of Rm. So if we write it in explicit manner after breaking these things, then the matrix will be of the form this one: del F1 del x1 del F1 del x2 del F1 del x3 and dot 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 del F1 del xn. These are the components from Rn, and these are for Rm. So in the next row it will be del F2 del x1 del F2 del x2 dot dot del F2 del xn, and in the final row you can see that it is del Fm del x1 to del Fm del xn. Now to make it simpler, if we think about this conversion from Rn to Rn, means it will create one matrix, this Jacobian matrix, as a square matrix. Okay, so we can define it in this manner, that if we have v1 v2 vn be n functions. They are all functions, they are n functions of n variables. Who are those n variables? x1 x2 xn. Okay, then the Jacobian denoted, look at this, it will be just symmetric from this one, just m and n are equal, but here we are getting the Jacobian denoted by this del v1 del x1 del v1 del x2 del v1 del xn. Clear? Just symmetric with this. Now if we go for the second row, it will be del v2 and del v2 del xn. In this manner, if you proceed, if you go for the last row, then it will be del vn del x1 del vn del x2 del vn del xn. Clear? So in the next slide we are going to learn the chain rule for Jacobians. So the chain rule for Jacobians tells us that if we take z1 and z2 be two differentiable functions of y1 and y2, where y1 and y2 are differentiable functions of x1 and x2. Clear? Then this is the notation of the Jacobian del z1 z2 del x1 x2 will be nothing but del z1 z2 del y1 y2 into del y1 y2 del x1 x2. So in this manner it is clear to you that we can also do the same thing for the chain rule of Jacobians, what we have already learnt in the chapter of the class of chain rule. Now the definition of Jacobian and the chain rule of Jacobian is clear. We will now exhibit some basic problems of Jacobian. So first problem will be something like that. If we get x equal to u minus v and y is equal to u square minus v square. Now if we have to find out the Jacobian del xy del uv, then according to the definition what we get, Jacobian will be del x del u del x del v, and the remaining thing will be del y del u del y del v. So we need these four quantities to get the value of the Jacobian of this one. So from this given thing what we can get, del x del u will be equal to 1, del x del v will be equal to minus 1, del y del u is 2u and del y del v is equal to minus 2v. So now substituting these values in this determinant, we can write it 1, then it is minus 1, it is 2u, it is minus 2v. So ultimately we get minus 2v minus of minus 2u. We get it as 2 into u minus v. This is our answer of this particular problem of Jacobian. So it is a very easy problem. Now we will go for another problem of Jacobian. Obviously you have to do this calculation in the similar manner. Look at the problem first. It is given that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. This relationship is known to you because you know that this is the parametric representation of circle. Now look at this. Our job is to find out del of r theta, del of xy. So we know that from the formula del of r theta del of xy will be del r del x del theta del x del r del y del theta del y. We need these four quantities to substitute the values over here to get the value of the Jacobian. So now if we want to find out del r del x from here, how you will find it out? To find out this del r del x and del r del y, del theta del x, del theta del y, we will not do the partial differentiation of del r del x from here directly. Instead of that, we are going to use the relationship from this as r square is equal to x square plus y square. You can just think about it that x square is equal to r square cos square theta and y square is equal to r square sin square theta. So if you add them, you will get x square plus y square is equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. So taking r square common, you will get it 1. And similarly, you will get a relationship between this one that tan theta is equal to y by x. So I can write it as theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Clear? Now we need del r del x. So if we differentiate partially with respect to x here, we get 2r del r del x is equal to 2x. That means del r del x is equal to x by r. And what is x? X is r cos theta. R cos theta by r will be only cos theta. Okay. In the similar manner, we can get 2r del r del y is equal to 2y. That means del r del y is equal to y by r, and y by r is nothing but sin theta. So del r del x, del r del y is calculated. Now del theta del x, del theta del y is remaining. Now del theta del x can be written as, if we just differentiate it with respect to x partially, first of all tan inverse y by x will be written as 1 by 1 plus y by x whole square. Now y by x whole square can be written as, if you just do this calculation del theta del x, that will be 1 by 1 plus y square by x square, then del del x of y by x, so y will be coming outside, and del del x of 1 by x will be minus 1 by x square. Okay, so simplifying, what we get, x square plus y square, this x square will be coming in the upper part, there will be one y, there will be 1 by x square and there is a minus sign. This x square and this x square will be cancelled out. It will be minus y by x square plus y square. Clear? As well as we can manage it in this form that minus y can be written as minus r sine theta, and x square plus y square can be written as just r square. So ultimately we can write it by simplifying that del theta del x will be minus sine theta by r. Just you can cancel this r square and r out. In the similar manner, in the similar mode of calculation, you can find out del theta del y also. And what is del theta del y? Del theta del y for this calculation will give you cos theta by r. So as all these things are now known to us, we can proceed for finding out the Jacobian from this particular structure. Now what we can write, that in place of del r del x, we can write cos theta. In place of del r del y, we can write sin theta. In place of del theta del x, we can write minus sin theta by r, and in this position we can write cos theta by r. Now nothing left basically. Our job is to find out the determinant value of this. So cos square theta by r minus sin square theta by r, cos square theta by r minus plus sin square theta by r. So if you take 1 by r common, it will be cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1. Finally you get the answer as 1 by r. Look at this. This is the desired thing. If you have the question instead of this, that find out the Jacobian, instead of this, if you have the question that prove that the Jacobian of this particular problem will be 1 by r, then you have to prove it by this manner. Okay. Now we are trying to move forward for some more problems on this Jacobian. So already the definition of Jacobian is clear to all of us. Now our job is to go for some more problems of Jacobian, and we are trying to show you the problems which are in visibility little bit tough, but when we are starting the problem and when we are calculating the thing in technical manner, we will get that the problems are not at all that much tough if we want to understand it instead of if we want to memorizing the thing. So let us start the next problem. Here the question is, if phi is equal to x square minus 2y square, psi is equal to 2x square minus y square, and x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, show that del phi psi del r theta is equal to 6 r cube sine 2 theta. So I think already you have identified that this is a problem of chain rule for Jacobians. So del phi psi del r theta, this can be written as del phi psi del xy into del xy del r theta. This is the application of the chain rule in this context. Now look at this. After this, our job is to find out merely some calculation for Jacobians, and we will show it also. But my important point to emphasize is that once this problem is given, you have to identify that the problem will be solvable by using chain rule, and from where you will get this idea, because here phi and psi, if you see it here, phi and psi are functions of x and y, and x and y are functions of r and theta. So if we want to know the relationship between phi psi and r theta by this Jacobian, we have to write it in this chain. Clear? Now just we are going to start the problem to calculate the required expression. So del phi psi del xy is initially required. It will be nothing but del phi del x del phi del y del psi del x del psi del y, and just we can write it del phi del x. From this part it will be 2x, then del phi del y, it will be minus 4y, then del psi del x. From this part it will be 4x, and del psi del y it will be minus 2y. So after getting this, if we want to find out, it will be minus 4xy plus 16xy, so it will be 12xy as the result. Now if you look at this particular part, that what is required, it is required to be proved in terms of r and theta, but here we are getting the expression in terms of x and y. So we can think for writing it as 12 r cos theta r sin theta, and in the next line we can write it as r square, as it was 2 cos theta sin theta is sin 2 theta, so there is 6 remaining, so 6 r square sin 2 theta is the expression for this first part. And also we need del xy del r theta, and according to the expression it will be del x del r del x del theta del y del r del y del theta. So del x del r from this relationship will be what? It will be simply cos theta. Then del x del theta, it will be r cos theta will be converted to sin theta with a minus sign. Similarly, this one will be sin theta and this one will be r cos theta. So in the next line we can write it as cos square theta means r cos square theta minus minus plus r sin square theta. So taking r common, we will get cos square theta plus sin square theta, that is r. So finally, if I write it equation number A, from equation number A we get del phi del psi del x del y is 6 r square sin 2 theta, then del x del y del r del theta is r. So finally we can write it by multiplying it as 6r cube sin theta, which was actually required by the question to prove. So these are the simple problems of Jacobian. Okay. Now, if you want to see one more problem on Jacobian, then we can get a problem like this. If x into u is equal to y square and y into v is equal to z square and z into w is equal to x square. So this relationship is given. Xu is equal to y square, yv is equal to z square and zw is equal to x square. It is asked to show Jacobian of u, v, w, x, y, z is equal to 7. So it is a simple problem. I am approaching it. Sometimes may I leave and then you can also complete the problem. Xu is equal to y square. It is given to us. We can write it as u is equal to y square by x. So we can write it as del u del x will be minus y square by x square, because y square will be treated as a constant. 1 by x after partial differentiation with respect to x will be minus 1 by x square. We can write it in this manner. In the similar way, you can write yv is equal to z square. That means v is equal to z square by y, and zw is equal to x square. So w is equal to x square by z. Clear? Now del u del x we have already calculated. Now we can calculate del u del y. Del u del y will be 2y by x from this calculation, and del u del z will also be from this calculation 0, because there is no existence of z. Similarly, we can find out del v del x is 0, del v del y is minus z square by y square. Similar structure, just we are changing the independent variables name, and then del v del z will be 2z by y. And finally, in the similar manner, we have to calculate it for del w del x. And look at this, del w del x will be 2x by z. Then del w del y, there is no expression of y, so del w del y will be 0. And then finally del w del z will be minus x square by z square. So the most important line for this problem is to think about that this x into u is equal to y square. It will be converted in the expression of u in terms of x and y. Why? Because u in terms of xy, v in terms of yz, and w in terms of xz means actually it is in terms of xyz. So we can get for this particular Jacobian del u del x, del u del y, del u del z, del v del x, del v del y, del v del z, del w del x, del w del y, del w del z. We know, we have already pre-visualized these things that this is our requirement. That is why we are calculating all these things. Because according to the definition of the Jacobian, we need these 9 items for this particular problem, because it is a 3x3 system. So in the next line we have to prove it 7, but it is not yet 7 to us. So from this part we can start it as we have stated, del u del x then del v del y, del v del z, and del w del x, del w del y, del w del z. Once we constructed this Jacobian, we will just substitute the values what we get from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 entries. And I am keeping this problem for you because it is a very simple one. Substituting these values and simplifying this determinant, what you are going to get, you are going to get as 7. Clear? So complete this one. So I don't think we can go for more details or more examples for this. I just want to share with you one reading material because this will help you to understand that what is the importance of Jacobian, why we are using these transformations. This is the assignment for you. You please find out all the solutions of these types of problems, and they are easy. And these are the references we have made for preparing this lecture. Now, this is the reading material what I am talking about. I am not going to discuss the solution process or the explicit explanation of this problem. I just want to share only one thing, that our job is to find out the image. Whose image? One domain D, where D is constructed by U and V. So look at this diagram, look at this picture. This is your D and D is in terms of U and V. So this axis is U, this axis is V. And the range of U is given 0 to 1, V is given 0 to 1. So obviously if it is go from 0 to 1 and V is go from 0 to 1, we will get this square structure. But the mapping is done, that means something is constructed with the help of U and V, and they are X and Y. X is constructed by U square minus V square and Y is constructed by 2U into V. So if you want to shift this structure of UV to XY, what will be the pictorial representation? You can see that pictorial representation is given, and you are also going to get all this analysis over here. I am not discussing this because it is not directly linked with our syllabus, but it is linked with the concept of Jacobian. So that is why you please go through this. Please try to understand the thing, and in any case, if you have any problem, you please feel free to communicate with me. So finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.